living in crazy times, watching the blind, leading the blind, and I despair, yeah, from time to time. But try and convince myself daily everything's fine. Please be there to catch me. I screamed out to the floor, but I don't even trust the fucking pavement anymore. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. So stop the world, cause I wanna get off. I've reached my tipping point, enough is enough. If I just keep doing what I've been doing, I keep doing what I've been doing well. Whilst I'm physically able, before I'm mentally unstable, pointless people rule the day. Fuck you, Kim and Kanye, and my head's burnt with all the news and the dickhead point of views. So take your Facebook and your phone, sit in a corner all alone. Your apathy's impressive, you deserve everything you get. If you think this shit is scary, then you ain't seen nothing yet. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. So stop the world, cause I wanna get off. I've reached my tipping point, enough is enough. If I just keep doing.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We are living in crazy times, watching the blind,
Who's blind?
leading the blind,
That's what I thought you said.
and I despair from time to time, but try and convince myself daily everything's fine. Please be there to catch me. I screamed out to the floor, but I don't even trust the fucking pavement anymore. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. Stop the world, cause I wanna get off. I've reached my tipping point, enough is enough. If I just keep doing what I've been doing, keep doing what I've been doing well.
Well.
Welcome, world. How are you? I hope you're well. All that's important to me is that you're well. Are you well, Chrissy?
Well, I look like a well today, don't I?
Joel, are you well, brother?
I'm okay, yes.
Oh, poor Joel, man. He's been under such pressure. I swear to God. We're a bit late broadcasting tonight because...
Evening, Ian.
Hello, Ian. How are
Evening,
you?
Billie Jean.
So, listen, folks. How are you? I hope you've had a good week. It's been a mad week, hasn't it? It's been a crazy week, but I hope that you're well. And Chrissy hopes...
Do you know why it's been a crazy week?
Why?
Because we're living in crazy times.
We live in crazy times. Folks, where do we start? Where do we start this week? Oh, fuck me. I don't know where to start. Where should we start? Oh, bollocks.
Oh, so common and coarse sometimes. I don't know where it's from.
Hey, I tell you what, folks, you know the old swear box, you know our swear box that we all know about. Listen to this, yeah? Listen.
In the South American
proper
way.
full.
Do it again. In the South American way.
Look, as well, look. It's getting well full this week.
Oh, yes.
It's like 3 weeks of my swearing, and it's been working, right? Because I've managed to cut down my level of swearing to a huge degree. So,
Hi, Jordan.
So
Hi, Mel. Different Mel. Hi, Mum.
Christopher.
Watty.
Birthdays this week.
You tell me, Lee Forsyth Griffiths. What was it
Birthdays
again?
this week.
Oh.
Let's talk about birthdays this week. It's been a bit of a shit. Oh,
There you go.
bollocks.
Birthdays this week. I must say, this.
Birthdays
You know,
this
if
week.
you're born on this day, you're born on this day, and you know what? This is your day. But for us,
No shit show.
it's there. You go. But anyway, on the famous birthdays today, you're gonna love this first one.
Go on.
Madeline Albright.
Madeline Albright, I know her. The one who looked like
No, not the one who had the hairdressers in Moston.
No, not her.
Oh no.
No. She got locked up for child molestation.
Oh, so childish.
No.
No, but Madeline Albright, she was born 1937.
She was. But what was she famous for?
She was famous for being a politician and a diplomat. And it's not true that I've got them all written down on a piece of paper. It's not true.
Wasn't she part of Bill Clinton's...
She was part of Bill Clinton's. I don't think she was doing what's her name was doing with the, you know.
No, Chris.
No,
Sorry. What are you talking about?
what's her name?
Who? What are you on
Oh, I
about?
did it on the dress.
Is that her?
Oh,
No, what was her name?
Madeline Albright. There you go. There's Madeline Albright.
Oh, was that Madeline? Oh.
Madeline
No,
Albright.
it wasn't. Definitely wasn't her.
She looked like a. She looked like a little.
Yeah.
What's the like a little chipmunk? That
Yeah.
Nuts. Look at her. She
Smart
was responsible for
human
so
being.
much shit. Oh, bollocks.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those nights.
It is one of them nights.
Anyway, so that was.
Carry on.
So it was her birthday. Now there's somebody here who you're all gonna know. Well, okay, I did know him because I'm 100 years old. Brian
You're
Eno.
not legit. Right now.
There
Let's
you
cut
go.
the gas here, brother.
Before you say anything, was Brian Eno anything to do with Virgin Love? Brian Ferrer?
Yeah,
Was it? Virgin Love.
yes, he was. But it was
Do I look like what's her name?
Jerry Hall.
Yeah, you could be what's his name?
Who later got married to Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah, you could be Rupert Murdoch.
I'd rather. This is Brian Eno here, folks. If you look
I'm on the
here,
red carpet, by the way.
this is Brian Eno there. Brian Eno. Let me tell you about Brian Eno. Brian Eno. Well, he's a genius legend producer. He
Spell legend.
Legend.
Leg end.
Legend producer, born in 1948. But here's the thing, folks. He was responsible for some of the most legendary productions.
Same
He
year as
worked-
Grace Jones.
The Beatles have
It's
fallen.
a sign.
The Beatles have fallen.
That's John
from it.
Lennon.
No,
Oh, John Lennon.
be careful.
Lee, I can feel somebody coming through.
No.
No.
Calm. Have a drink of vodka. Have a drink of vodka. Oh, Chrissy!
What?
Behind you, quick!
That's Mrs. Schilling that's come through. Oh, you know who Mrs. Schilling is, don't you?
That's the spirits coming through that. Brian Eno. Let me talk about Brian Eno for a minute. No, Brian Eno. See, look at the state of that crooked British flag.
It is a good iron,
There's
just
a
like
metaphor
my face.
for you. Responsible for some classic productions, folks. He worked with the first two Roxy Music albums. David Bowie. Now,
Blue jeans.
but the best bit of David Bowie, he worked with
Blue
the best bit of
jeans.
David Bowie. I mean, absolute genius, this man. Talking Heads, Peter Gabriel, Coldplay, U2, amazing producer.
Good evening, Mr. Holly Johnson.
Holly, how you doing, brother? You're going to come on and star on the
Oh,
show
yes.
at some point in the future.
Here, in the middle.
You are coming to star on Armchair, brother. I'm sorry, but I'm going to drag you by your hair.
I am on the low carb, and you'll fit in, don't worry.
I'm going to do an interview with you, Hol. Anyway, how are you doing, Hol? Chrissy, who else was born on this day?
On this day in history.
Go on.
Oh, you're going to love this.
Go on.
Well, all you athletics fans are going to love this. Veronica Campbell Brown was born on this day. Now, you may be asking, who the hell's Veronica Campbell Brown? Well, I'm going to tell you. Go on.
Dum. Question. Who's Veronica Campbell Brown?
Veronica Campbell Brown is a Jamaican sprinter who was born in 1982, and she's still going now, which is amazing for athletics years. But anyway, so she was the 2004 and 2008 200-meter Olympic champion.
Did she do steroids?
Right. Do you want to know the answer to that?
I do.
Well,
No.
first of all, I don't know. But,
Question. Yes.
Question. Well, the thing is, the Jamaican anti-drugs WADA, I don't know what it's called in Jamaica, JADA, Jamaican Anti-Drugs Association.
doesn't matter.
Anyway, so their drug testing facility basically ended up being a cupboard. It was a cupboard.
What, like physically covered?
Like a cupboard, a dusty cupboard. So if you was going into Jamaica, but this is look, this is really pie in the sky, but it was a cupboard. It just so happens you had all these very amazing Jamaican sprinters who, but anyway, Wagwan.
Anyway, Chrissy, who else was born on this day?
On this day, right, Andy Murray.
Andy Murray. Who's he? Murray.
Andy Murray.
Andy Murray.
Right? But is Andy Murray... This is where it gets interesting.
Go on.
Is he British or is he Scottish?
Well, if he's Scottish, then he's British, isn't he? Is
There
it
you
English?
go. So when you see in the what's-its and say, oh yeah, Andy Murray,
Andy
Scottish.
Murray there. Look at that bulge. Oh my God, that's a bit...
Oh,
Sorry, you just caught my eye.
where did you get that picture from?
I can't even talk about that photograph.
Oh, anyway.
God bless.
Actually, if you put in Andy Murray bulge, it comes up with loads of them. But I'm just saying.
Do you know who else was born on this day?
I have no idea who else is born
Joel.
on this day.
Who was born on this day?
Mike Oldfield. Now, Mike Oldfield.
Huh?
Let me talk about Mike Oldfield for a minute.
I can tell you about him.
Go on.
He used to own the chip shop in Bradford around the corner from
No,
me.
he didn't.
Oh, okay.
He was the guy that recorded Tubular Bells. If you look here,
Oh, I had those in my ears.
there, that's Tubular. That's the album cover for Tubular
Yeah.
Bells. And
Oh, there, yeah.
Tubular Bells. So let's talk about Tubular Bells for a minute. Tubular
There,
Bells
look.
was a seminal album, right? And here's the thing about Tubular Bells. Tubular Bells was the thing that not only saved and launched Virgin as a brand, because Virgin Records were on its arse at this point, and
It's your best mate, wasn't he?
the proceeds from this bearded fuck cunt.
Lynn.
Richard
sorry.
Branson, who I absolutely detest from the bottom of my pit of my stomach. I hate him. Richard bearded man of the people Branson, yeah. Well, anyway.
Hi, Claire. I've got to say hello to sister Claire.
Is that Claire?
No, that's
Oh,
not-
babe, how are you? I love you, sweetheart. Sis, can I just tell you that Snapchat thing that you did? You know, where it shows you what a male version of what. You
Oh my
look-
God, like you.
Oh my, Chris, I'm not lying. Our Claire, she's watching.
Yes.
She did it. You know, this Snapchat filter that's just come out now.
Yeah.
She did this Snapchat filter of a photograph of her, and it transforms like the female into a male or a male version of the female. I swear to God, right? My sister Claire is watching now. I love you, sis.
Claire. The moment I swear. Claire.
She posted the photograph, right, of her that the filter had done. I swear to God, I looked at I didn't know where it was. I come up on my Facebook feed and I looked at it and thought, when was that photograph took of me?
God, I was looking good in that picture.
If I looked like my sister, I would be absolutely over the moon because she's gorgeous. But she is. I mean, she's beautiful. But it
Sorry,
looks
hi, Gary Bailey.
Gary, how are you, brother? Love you.
Hi, Daniel.
Hiya, Daniel. How are you? Yeah, the photograph. Anyway,
That was amazing, though, wasn't it? No, that was a.
it looked. It
did
did,
look
didn't
like
it? It looked like me. It looked so much like me. I was scared to death, man. I thought, flipping heck, is that you, sis? Because I'd always thought I was adopted. Because my two sisters, right? I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Are absolutely stunning. And this is what I was left with genetically.
Yeah, well, you know what? Nobody said life was fair, Tina.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't fair. But anyway, Mike
Welcome,
Oldfield,
Claire.
he was the guy that Tubular Bells was.
Is that? I've just realised. Is that from The Exorcist?
Yes, Chrissy. Well done.
Listen,
You.
I'm not just a bloody
Well done.
Naomi
dun,
Campbell
dun.
standing.
Question. Yes, he was. The theme tune.
That's quite good for me.
Oh
my God, that was like awesome.
I'm proud of you.
It was like oregano and aluminum. I learned that in math.
I was like, I'm made up with you for that. I'm dead proud of you. I'm dead proud of you tonight.
I starred in it.
No, I'm dead proud of Chrissy.
No, I starred in it.
I mean, The Exorcist.
We are
starring Chrissy Darling, obviously. He's all right. That's a quick blimp there.
Things look swell.
You know, the theme music that really scared you to death. Well, that was basically the opening track of Tubular Bells. Tubular Bells was the album that went on to sell millions and saved the Virgin Empire. Oh, what a shame!
Yeah.
Because Richard Branson went on to. But Chris, can I do last one before we leave birthdays? Can I do one quick last one? It doesn't mean anything to you. I know this. Patrice Evra was also. born
Oh
on this day.
yes. Who is she?
Patrice Evra.
Oh, I know she was. She was the hooker in Bradford down the street from me.
No.
Patrice.
No.
Well, what did she do?
Left back for United.
What?
Left back for United, captained United, and captain France. May I add?
Left back.
He in 2006 and 2017. But
Oh,
anyway,
I was just saying that to you, Joel, wasn't I?
Yes.
Patrice, I love you, brother. I wish you were playing for United right now. Anyway, critic, who died on this day?
Me, just now.
Who died on this day?
Me just now. Right, on this day in history was The one and only Jackie Curtis.
Jackie Curtis. I was talking about Andy Warhol, Jackie Curtis.
Andy Warhol's Jackie Curtis.
There she is.
Jackie Curtis was part of the trio. There was Jackie Curtis, Candy Darling, who I'm named after. I'm Chrissy Darling, Candy Darling, and Holly Woodlawn. And Jackie Curtis unfortunately died in the 80s.
She died of a heroin overdose.
Heroin overdose.
In 1985.
Yeah. But you know what? She only lived for a short while, and all those people of the time, they only lived for short lives, and especially the trans girls, because they had terrible hormones. They were given terrible hormones if they could get them, and they killed them and everything. And combine that with other drugs, it just didn't do any favours at all. But
especially heroin.
Especially heroin, yes. But they were giving them, like Candy Darling died of cancer due to the hormones she was given. They were terrible hormones. But anyway, Jackie Curtis she's there in history as part of our LGBTQ family.
No, part of our LGBTQ history.
Yeah, history and family.
No, all right, fair enough, brother. Fair enough.
We are family.
Touch.
I got Oma with me. Yeah.
Also on this day, who else died? Well, let's move to the next. If I just show you the photograph first, and I'll talk about them later. Yeah. These people here, not the woman with the bleached blonde hair.
Hi, Mr. Pope.
This hateful figure here, Ian Brady, died. He was responsible for murdering, obviously, as we all know, but let's go through it again for the people that don't. 5 children: Pauline Reed, John Kilbride, Keith Bennett, Leslie Ann Downey, and Edward Evans. But it was notorious because the murder of Leslie Ann Downey was tape recorded, Chrissy.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, awful. Do you know what? You know what? Really, I find the most absolutely sort of disgusting part about it.
No, just the most disgusting part to me. He was allowed to live, and he was allowed to live and die in 2017.
No, weird thing was, brother, he wanted to die, right? They were force feeding him for a number of years.
Should have handed him over.
No. I'm glad they kept him alive. I'm glad they kept this bastard alive. Yeah. In fact, I'm not gonna put money in the swear box for that. No, I'm not.
You're allowed to.
Because I'm allowed to say that. This bastard.
It's awful. It's beyond that. It was just
they
evil,
recorded.
Evil,
they tortured
evil
a young
people.
girl to death, and they recorded it, and it was heinous, and it was. Yeah. And here's the interesting bit. Yeah, when they got caught, it was. I think it. I'm not sure how many months it was, but it was so many months had passed where they'd passed into legislation in this country where they'd given up hanging.
Yeah.
And had it been a few months earlier, at the trial, its culmination. If the trial, when they were found not guilty, they'd been hung to death. And you know what? I'm glad that they weren't. Because this man was, he's a heinous individual, hateful bastard, and I'm glad that he died. So, on a positive note, I'm glad he died.
Yes.
Ian, we don't miss you at all. Your life was worthless.
Don't rest in peace.
No, please don't. I hate you. Chris, events. Let's talk about events that happened on this week.
Are you asking me a
dun
question? Well, it just so happens I was talking to Joel, wasn't I, this afternoon? Do you remember?
He was.
When you got out of, what's that place called? That Roman establishment that's really hot in Vauxhall. Chariots, yeah. And we're saying, it was going, what's happened in this day in history? And he was like, well, in 1536, Anne Boleyn, Queen of England, stands trial in London on charges of...
What?
Wait,
he wasn't
treason.
And adultery.
And do you know the other one?
Go on.
Incest.
No! Incest?
Yeah, a game for all the family. Now, I'm like... I don't
Royal family? Incest? No.
I said a game for all the family.
Oh.
Incest.
Okay.
But I didn't know... Keep up.
I'm trying to.
But I never knew that bit at all. But
I didn't either.
Do you know what?
I can't believe a member of the royal family will be involved.
Yeah, but
incest.
I think she took too many drugs. You know why?
Because she's a member of the royal family.
No, she's off her head. Oh, please yourself. Anyway.
It's venial.
Right. Also, go on.
No, please.
No, go on. What was you going to ask me? Was you going to ask me a
dun
question? It just so happens that in 1858,
Yes.
right, the opening, you can't see me reading below, you see. This is the good thing about wearing a mask, but I'm going to be honest with you.
Let
That's
them know
what I'm
the
doing.
tricks of the trade. Shut up.
You know. In 1858, the opening of the present Royal Opera House in Covent Garden took place. Did you know that?
I didn't, but I did
The
now.
Phantom of the Opera is here.
Oh my God.
Inside my mind. Oh, yes. Or as they were saying, Bradford, do you know
Hidden.
what? Do you know what?
Fucking
Right,
talents.
that Phantom of Opera.
Phantom of Opera.
Oh, it's right good.
my.
It's right good. And this is something I never even knew today until...
No, can I do this one?
No.
Oh,
No, because I know somebody who lives there now who may be watching.
go on.
Michael Harrington, who is the nephew, or the nephew of
All right, go on.
Esther Goldberg, right?
Esther Goldberg.
You know Esther Goldberg. Esther Goldberg lives in Las Vegas, and she has a show on in Las Vegas on the Strip. But anyway, so 1905 was when Las Vegas was founded. Did you know that?
But here's interesting.
But come on, you say it then.
No, go on. I want you to say it.
No, just say in 1905, 110 acres was auctioned off, and that became downtown Las Vegas. Did you know that? Oh,
Do you know who this is? Do you know who this is?
oh, that's your granddad.
Granddad.
I know.
This is my granddad.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris. I don't. Hey, granddad.
Got your back,
Sorry,
your
carry on,
granddad.
Chris. What you were saying?
That's your granddad.
Let's talk about.
But yeah, so anyway, so it started off very small. 1905. I thought it was like years and years.
Do you know what it
before.
was? It was a stop off for American GIs, right?
Did you say American GIs?
I did indeed.
Oh my God, they're just like awesome.
And do you know where I got this information
Do you
from?
know where I learnt that?
Go on.
I learnt that in math. Oh yeah. So,
Do you know where I learned that it was a stop off for American GIs, and it became a really popular play in the middle of the desert, by the way. In the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Was on The Godfather. My second favourite film of all time after Kes, and then it's The Godfather, then it's Dead Man's Shoes. I advise you to watch Dead Man's Shoes if you're
Hi,
bored.
Costas.
Costas!
Yeah.
Costas!
Hi, Thomas.
Did you know that in 1928, the Walt Disney character Mickey Mouse premiered in his first cartoon?
M-I-C-K-Y. Say it again. M-I-C-K-Y. Oh, I thought it was funny.
Mickey Mouse premiered, folks, on this day, 1920.
How old is it?
Plain crazy.
Playing crazy.
And it was rubbish. It was rubbish. How it ever took off, I have no idea, because it was rubbish. I watched it. It's
Well, I
like
wasn't there
boring
myself,
as
but you know
fuck.
what I mean. You're doing very well on this tonight. So yeah. Anyway, this is. What? That's what I'm doing.
Oh, sorry.
All right, it's you.
God, slap me, go on.
Lynn should do this for you. Anyway, McDonald's opened its first restaurant.
It's
today.
Aberdeen.
Where? I couldn't actually read it, but thank you for saying it. What year? What year?
1940.
No, it wasn't. It was 1940.
So McDonald's, all you fat bastards. Oh, bollocks. Flipping it. Oh. The Beatles are slipping. Wait.
Right, don't touch that because that's going to fall down.
No. The set's collapsing.
Oh,
Watch me, Grandad. If you touch me, Grandad, I swear to God, I'll stab you to death.
oh, okay.
With that microphone, it'll hurt.
Lynn?
It's my Grandad there.
Lynn?
Bless him. There he is.
I said put him there. It was on the table over here.
You did.
Thank you.
You did. Thank you. Cheers to you.
Claire?
Cheers to you, Claire.
Lynn? Lee?
It's my Grandad.
Your granddad.
That was the week. That was deaths and birthdays this week.
In history.
In history. In history.
Her story.
Chris,
Now, what a week.
that was the week that was, folks. Now
What a
here's
week.
where it gets a bit.
Oh, yeah.
It gets a bit tintillating here. That was the week that was. Let's talk about WhatsApp, Chrissy. Tell me about WhatsApp. Let me put this one in.
Well,
I swear.
because you always say I'm into conspiracies, and I do love a good old
no, he is.
But
He is.
no.
He
Well,
is.
I am. No, I am.
He loves
But
conspiracies.
Listen, I've got to whisper this because people might be listening.
I can't wait.
Right. I think WhatsApp. Can you hear me? I think WhatsApp said about this encryption. Get it on me, you asshole. They said it was encrypted. I think just so that people who are doing naughty things on via WhatsApp, they'll be able to know what they're doing. That's what I think anyway. But anyway, so what happened was these people hacked into it.
Who did?
I don't know. Some people.
Who?
These hackers.
Chinese.
Blame the Chinese.
Muslims.
Blame the. Yeah.
Obviously, gays.
Oh, love the gays.
Gays.
No, love the gays.
Gays.
No. Love
Gays
the
are the worst hackers, Chris.
You've never been on. You've been on. What's it called? Where did I used to work in Manchester? What street? Canal Street. Anal treat. All the hen parties. Oh, do you know what? Right, I love the gays. I do. I love the gays. The worship us. They know they fucking want to slap you.
I love gays, mate. I feel like. I love gays.
Do you remember when I did that programme? Don't mention it.
Which programmes you've done?
That music programme.
Oh, I was talking about Britain's Got Talent. Oh, Chris, let's mention it, please.
No. There's a reason why. Listen. Right,
Can I just ask you a quick question?
Yes, I did. Yes. But anyway, so one day I'm in Queer Bar. Figure out that bullshit. I loved it, but anyway, forget about it.
Excuse me.
I was in Queer Bar and somebody come up to me and said, "Have you seen this in the paper?" Queer Bar. Street. And they said, Chrissy Darling jokes about killing women and dumping them in skips.
I saw.
Do you remember that?
Cut to me. Shut up, you.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you
Shut
why.
up,
No, you don't get him. I'm forgetting now what I'm saying.
All right, go on. Sorry.
Forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so they said he jokes about killing women and dumping them in skips. Anyway, anybody from Manchester from that time knows that every week I used to do tips on the Essential website. Tips on being a drag queen door, tips on being a serial killer, tips on being a... I used to do all these tips. And one of my things was tips on being a successful drag queen in Manchester. And one of them was hen parties, when they get drunk, they're going to think they're really funny pulling your wig off. So you're going to have to kill one of them and stick her in the skip. Because otherwise she's just going to do it over and over again. Ha, 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 ha. That got translated to he jokes about killing women and dumping them in skips.
Can I cut in at this point? Do you mind? So what happened was it was Pride, right? It was Pride, and I was Chrissy had appeared at Pride in Manchester, and the next morning, worst for wear. I be honest with you, my eyeballs were shaking hands in the middle, but I goes to the news agents to get some skins. I did. I did. I go to the news agent to get some skins, and the front page of the Mirror, it's got this. Joel, cut to this. It's got this on the front page, yeah, right. So I just went, oh! My hair went like this. I picked it up and read it, and it's this story about how apparently he wants to put like people kill women and put them in skips. Because at the time he'd got through to the semi-finals of Britain's Got Talent.
Things look swell. Things in what band?
What was it called?
Club Town Freaks.
He was at the. He got through to the semi.
Oh, we got through to the semi-finals.
Oh, you were Ant and Deck.
Why do I sound like Nigel Martin Smith? Oh,
you were with Ant and Deck, weren't you? You were Ant and Deck.
Do you know what? Deck was really nice.
Oh, whatever, bore off.
No, he's really
anyway,
nice. He was.
I'm sure he was.
He was quite sexy, actually.
Whatever, please.
Listen, can I just say,
Spooky!
Lynn, tell your Lee now what you think about Ant and Deck.
Ant and Deck. My mum loves Ant and Deck, as do most mums. You love Ant and Deck.
No! Oh, I'm not going into
and anyway, he's on the front page of the Mirror, right? So I opens the Mirror and I'm reading it and I'm thinking, because it's my brother. Do you know what I mean? It's my brother. So like, it's one of them where you're reading something like your brother and I'm thinking, what? So I'm reading it on my phone. I went, he goes, ring, ring. He answers the phone. He goes,
yeah.
It's got this low Barry White type voice because he's just got up. He goes, hello. So like,
hi, Kate DeBan.
I'm wide awake. I'm like, Kate DeBan.
Yeah.
I love you. You know I do. I love you. I phones him up, right? He answers in this baritone voice, like
my everything.
He went, hello. Chris, have you seen the front page of the Daily Mirror? And he goes, what? I went, you're on it. And he went, what are you on about? I went, apparently he likes to throw women in skips dead. And he went, what? I went, honestly, that's what they're saying about you. They're saying that you like to throw women in skips dead. And I actually believe he does. But anyway, that's a side issue.
Oh, not with my back.
Moving on.
Moving on, no. Moving on.
How we got onto that from WhatsApp, I don't know. Apparently it was hacked because it's
Oh, yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's supposedly encrypted, this WhatsApp. They've offered an update for this, but it highlights personal security data. What do you share?
Arturus.
Who?
Arturus. Well, you say it, Smarty Pants.
Antires. Oh no, I'll leave that to you.
She's gorgeous.
Hey, Billie Jean. We're going to be
Billie Jean.
We're going to be talking about Billie Jean shortly. Anyway, that's WhatsApp. But let's talk about something that's happened today, folks. Let's just change the temperature slightly. Today, right in America. Now, I'm going to get a bit serious, brother. Are you all right with that?
Oh, I'm just speaking to you, Mum.
Alabama, America. Abortion has been banned. Now, let's go into this for a little minute, right?
Yeah.
They've made it a felony for a doctor to perform an abortion in Alabama. Yeah. Which makes it illegal for any doctor who can potentially serve a 99-year sentence if he performs an abortion, even if the victim, or even if the person, victim is absolutely the wrong word and I apologise for that, I completely take that back. Even if the individual, the female whose womb we're talking about here, it's her choice,
isn't she?
It's her choice. It's her womb.
body.
It's her body. She does what the fuck.
Well, let me say first. Let me say my bit before you carry on.
Okay.
Right, abortion is horrible. There's not a woman out there who goes.
Is it really?
What? No, I'm just saying. There's not a woman out there who goes, "Ooh, we're gonna have an abortion." It's not. It's a horrible thing, and it's a terrible thing. But the thing is, that baby is inside. It cannot survive without the mother, and there's consequences to women getting pregnant and blah blah blah. We understand, the right. There's a distinction between the rights of children and the rights of the fetus, and you can argue forever and ever and ever, but it must be a woman's right to choose what happens with her body. Has to be.
Hey, amen, brother.
Yes.
It's like this, right? It's like this. The scenario is, at the moment in Alabama. Now, bear with me, folks. It's expected. This whatever it is, bill that's been passed today in Alabama, to be part of a broader strategy. It's to persuade the Supreme Court to reconsider the Roe versus Wade ruling that was set in 1973 that legalized abortion in America, right? But here's the thing: is this applies also? Let's say you were a victim of rape, female, or you were a victim of an incestuous kind of relationship. Your father had abused his daughter, and it ended up in pregnancy. The female involved in this, according to now American in Alabama. In Alabama, this person cannot abort that child. Now I despair, Chris. Joel. I despair at this run backwards. This it's not like people are walking forwards; they're running backwards.
Yes.
This is insanity. And you know what? Take a look on this country in the UK. It's in fact, for another day, I'll leave it. I'll leave it.
It's
yeah.
Bible Belt America.
Bible Belt America. But it's insane. It's insane to dictate to a female who is it's her decision. It's her decision. And it's no one's right to say whether it's right or wrong. I'm not gonna waffle on about this, but I think it's insane. It's insane. If someone was raped, right, by someone brutally raped in a violent attack and then ended up pregnant, it's now illegal for that person, if they became pregnant, to abort that child. Thank you, Joe, for putting that. This is the person here. Thank you very, very much, brother, and I mean that sincerely. This is the person that is responsible for this legislation. It's insanity, folks. Yeah. And you need to switch on, folks. You need to switch on here. You need to switch on. We're going to get to this in a bit, but you need to switch on. Please, 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 please. If something feels wrong, it is wrong. That's the bottom line. If it feels wrong, if it seems wrong, it is wrong. Let's say it together. Chrissa, if it feels wrong, if it seems wrong, it is wrong.
Say that for as if you're from Birmingham.
Go on.
If it feels wrong,
If it seems wrong,
is it wrong?
it is
That's more Black Country.
wrong. This is insanity.
But we're going to go back to that. We're going to go back another week because
We are
the
gonna
broader
go-
subject of
we
that
are,
because
we
it's
We
quite a
are
vicious
indeed.
thing.
So anyway, that was the week that was, but also in that week that was, it wasn't. That was the week that was.
No, you have to tell me. I know like Mystic Meg, but I'm not.
Let's talk about Chris. Oh, Chris. Let's talk about Nigel. No. Let's leave him till later. Let's talk about Jeremy Kyle. Jeremy.
Right, before you rip him apart, let me say my bit first.
Please do.
What's happened was terrible. Really was terrible, and really, really terrible. And the guy, we don't know the full facts yet, but it's coming through that he actually killed himself, and that he had a lie detector test, and he was shown. Well, the lie detector test said he was lying. True or not, I don't know.
Not admissible in court.
Pardon?
Not admissible.
No, it's not admissible in court, but it doesn't matter if
It
it doesn't be from his perspective. He's dead, and he's dead because of we don't know. We don't know. He did a lie detector test.
Right.
He failed the lie detector test, and then he killed himself the week later. But this so happens it was all done on the Jeremy Kyle show. Now, I have zero. I am not a Jeremy Kyle fan whatsoever. Although I have looked at some of the episodes and gone, could you imagine saying if you worked in wardrobe or as a makeup artist on the Jeremy Kyle show?
You've watched Jeremy Kyle because I'm not. Sorry to interrupt. I'm not. He watched Jeremy Kyle. And do you know why he watched Jeremy Kyle?
Huh?
Because he was told ages ago by a friend that apparently they've got some really fit lads at
You've got no proof I ever said that. But anyway,
Carry on, sorry.
well, they did. But I think, that was terrible circumstances. The problem is, do you yank the whole show off the air?
Yes, you do.
No, I'm just saying for me. Do you? I don't know. You go into Love Island. 2 people died, but they're saying that it was 2 years after they were on the program. Does the time matter? They're still on air. Jeremy Kyle, not my kind of program at all. Apart from what he just said, whatever. But I'm just saying. I just think, did he do something else wrong? And then they turn around and gone, okay, we're going to get him on this. Bit conspiracy theorist, but
Yes.
I'm up in the air until we know all the facts.
Can I cut in here, Chris?
I'm done with it. I'm bored of it now.
But Chris, no,
that fine,
no,
yours?
I don't want you to go with it. I want to debate this with you, my brother, if I can.
Yeah.
Here's the thing,
Well, we
lads.
could have a mass debate with Joel.
And Joel too. Joel,
Yes.
please cut to one shot.
He didn't get that, did he?
Joel, I want to include you in this conversation. So all 3 of us are in this conversation, and you too are involved in this conversation, folks. Right?
You don't like that band.
Listen, seriously though, here's the thing. Jeremy Kyle, in my view, Jeremy Kyle is an exploitation of working class people, without question.
Yep.
It is the most horrific. It's the most horrific exploitation of people who are absolutely got nothing on their plate, right? They get gifted an opportunity to go and stay in a Premier Inn, right?
Yep.
And they get a free breakfast, and they
I could have gone on.
I've looked into this, and do you know the production staff on the Jeremy Kyle show? Do you know what they would do? The wardrobe staff.
Oh,
if the
yes.
people came on and they bought a shirt in Primark the day before, God bless
Yep.
them, they would make them dress in a different way. They have a whole wardrobe selection of really snide Sports Direct clobber that Chris is a big fan of, and make them very seriously. They would make them dress down. So obviously, editorially, this show has a specific idea as how they want to represent these people.
Of course.
And these people are exploited. You know, listen, they stand outside Aldi on a Wednesday and they wait.
I've known people on there who've gone on.
They wait for people to come out and they go, listen, how would you like a free hotel room? How would you like a free breakfast? And they go, yeah. What have I got to do? And they go, all you got to do is say you slept with your dog, right? And that you ate your mum's head. That's all you've got to do. And that you basically have got a fetish for bin liners. That's what they do.
What's wrong with that?
Because they exploit the idea of working class people being these.
On one hand, but then on the other hand, there's a lot of people who go on there because they think they're smart. Yeah, no, they do. They do. They go on there because they go, well, I'm going to go on there because I'm going to tell her, I'm going to tell him what I think of him, blah, 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 blah.
Chris, classic. Sorry,
Oh! I know what you're going to say.
Bernie!
Bernie.
Oh, Bernie! Our Bernie. What happened to Bernie?
Do you know what? They robbed my mother's, money out the tin while she was dying. Do you know what? There was a classic
There's a classic Jenny Kyle episode.
There was one. And it was it goes down in history for us. It's a long story. And it involves Charlie.
Charlie famous for?
Big Brother.
Big Brother.
But
Charlie
anyway,
from Big Brother.
so what happened was this woman brought all the family on to find out who had robbed the money out of the mother's tin who was dying. Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, it was the woman who brought them onto the show who failed the lie detector test. But it was one of the most classic things I've ever seen.
So what happened is these... what happened is... Jenny Kyle. Jenny Kyle, right? So these people have come on. These two... You can imagine, right? Grey hair. All greaser, not been washed, right? In a really snide Sports Direct tracksuit, right?
Hey, what's wrong with that? Oh.
And they come on, and one of them goes, Jeremy Kyle goes, I'm Jeremy Kyle. Yeah. I go, so what's happened?
Well, do you know what? I brought some of my family on. No, they're from the northeast, weren't they?
No, they're in Liverpool.
Oh, do you know what? I've just brought my fucking family on here. Right, and one of them's fucking robbed my mother's tin. Money out the tin while she was dying in the bed.
They robbed your mother's tin while she was dying?
Yeah, and I want to know who it was.
What was in the tin?
There was some money in the tin. There wasn't that much, but they fucking robbed her. I'm quoting, so I just shouldn't get drunk for swearing.
Let's bring on the family that robbed the... Chris.
Yeah, and the family came on. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
The family walks on, right? On the stage, right? The family walks on the stage. She's sat here. Oh, Grandad. Jeremy Kyle goes, so, she claims that
Bernie, was it Bernie?
Bernie, are you Bernie? No, Bernie is the one that's coming on now. Bernie's coming on.
Who's in the prop? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Bernie's coming on. Bernie is the person that Jeremy Kyle, on the Jeremy Kyle show, that this person here is claiming, is Bernie's sister, is claiming Bernie has robbed money out of the late mother's tin that she'd saved in a biscuit tin, right? On the cupboard.
Yeah.
So Bernie comes on. Bernie. Your sister here claims that you've been robbing money out of your mother's biscuit tin. Is this true? Jeremy, I've never robbed a penny out of that biscuit fucking tin. I love my mother.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm fucking fuming that you saying that I've robbed that money out that biscuit tin. I'm fuming.
Yeah, and I want to know who it is because my mother was lying dying in that bed.
But I'm Bernie and you're the other person. What did she say? You robbed that fucking money.
Oh yeah, she was going on. She was going on. But then anyway, they did the lie detector test. And she was lying according to the lie detector test, but it's not admissible as evidence, right? So she might be pregnant even though she was like 60. I think.
She did a lie detector test. I never robbed that fucking money off my mother. I swear to God, that biscuit tin was there when I left, and it was.
But I just think the whole not the whole point.
It exploits working class people. It does.
But then there's a lot of people want to go on there because they think it's going to favour them. Well,
they don't. They go on there because they're going to get a free hotel. They're going to be on telly.
There you go.
It's awful. It's awful. Yeah. And Jeremy Kyle should hang his head in fucking shame. This was an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, but this programme's been going on for how many years?
Yeah, but it's been waiting to happen. It's been waiting to happen. This guy goes on. Let me tell you something.
Who was the other guy? Who was the other guy from America? What was his name?
Fucking Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer.
But here's the thing, right? You know, I always wanted to go on Jeremy Kyle, and do you know what?
Oh, I know why.
I wanted to go on Jeremy Kyle. I wanted to blag myself on, as some sort of and get on Jeremy Kyle, right? I wanted to get on Jeremy Kyle, right? And here's the thing: he's got his security guards, hasn't he? They're always off to the.
I think so, Lynn.
They're always off camera, aren't they? But here's the thing: I'd blag at me, and I'd be fucking sharp. I'd be sharp, me, about how I was going to do it. I'd go, Jeremy, it's like this. Yes, I did shag that budgie guy. Yes, I did. And yes, I did split its spleen. But
yeah, and yes,
listen,
there was feathers
it
everywhere.
was done in innocence. I didn't know I was doing it. I was too busy watching your show to even notice what I was doing. And then when he just slightly got off guard, right, and he took it to the side, I'd fucking jump out my fucking chair, yeah, and bite his fucking nose right off. I'd latch myself onto his body like that and bite his nose, and I'd be swinging around like that, and he'd bounce and he'd try to drag me off, and as he tried to drag me off, I'd be fucking like that. Jeremy!
Lee.
I fucking hate him.
Lee.
I hate him.
Lee. Don't hold back.
I hate him. I hate him. I'm glad. I hope he gets put in prison and gets bummed in the showers by Mr. Big. He's an awful bastard.
What prison?
He exploits working class people for his own personal gain.
yeah,
And he's
do
a
it
nasty, horrible, prostitute shagging bastard that is now else. And he was found out to be so too. You horrible bastard. I'm glad that your career.
He never touched me. He never touched Billie Jean.
Liar, you touched him.
Well, I may have done.
Anyway, I move on. Anarchist Ant.
Huh?
We've had a lot.
He will be back. No, Ledman's came back, didn't he? Ain't that right, Chris Pope?
What, like bile? Like when you...
That was quite good, that one.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Anarchist Ant.
Yeah.
We've had a lot. This is getting traction on our channel. Do you know why? Because I have had at least like.
No, it's only because people think I'm fucking Trisha.
They don't. They really don't.
Who's the father? Who the father?
We've had a lot of people messaging in to the Anarchist Ant. By the way, folks, if you can share this video, if you can share this, because obviously it's a case of share. If you're watching,
If I could turn back time, if I could find a way. That's share.
If you can do me a favour, folks, if you can just share this, if you're watching it now, you can just click share.
If I could turn back time, if I could find a way.
And let everyone know about Armchair Anarchist that goes to our YouTube site. In the upcoming weeks, we've got before we move on to the next bit, we've got some proper stellar stars coming up as guests.
Oh, yes.
It took us. Listen, Joel, Chrissy, and myself.
You have to keep one quiet. Keep one quiet.
I'm going to keep them all quiet. I'm going to keep them all quiet. I'm going to keep them all quiet. I'm going to keep you guessing. But let me tell you something. Some people you might know.
Oh, yes.
Some people you might not. But let me tell you, the people that you do know.
Oh, yes.
Because between Chrissy Darling and myself and Joel, we've got some celebrity friends, you know.
Oh, listen. I used to get free food in the chip shop round the corner. She might be on.
He still does. He still does.
Low carb option.
Oh, talking of which, before I move on, can we, Joel? Can we raise a glass, brother? Move to the wine shop if you don't mind.
Oh yeah.
Because we need to raise a glass, and do you know why we need to raise a glass? Hang on, let me do this.
What are you doing?
Oh, please, you know what I'm going to do. I want to raise a glass to our compatriot, Chrissy Darling,
Why?
because he has now lost.
Oh, God, I don't know. 36 kilograms.
36 kilograms. He's going to be bringing out his own DVD soon. Which is
Work that body, work.
36
Work that
kilograms
body,
he's
work,
lost, folks. He
work.
used to look like Mr. Greeder, and now look at him.
Cheeky bugger, you told me it didn't matter. Well, listen, I'm going to say this, folks, and I said this to you before, and I'll keep saying it. The reason why I lost the weight, the reason why... Are you watching?
I'm watching.
Look. I went to the doctors and they told me I was pre-diabetic. I was 0.1 away of being type 2 diabetic, and I went So I went out and I just exercised and I did all those things and ate really healthy, and the byproduct of that was I've lost loads of weight, and I feel
Shitload of weight.
I feel like just really. But anyway, so I run 5 kilometers a day, and then I walk another 10 kilometers during the day, and I eat twice a day.
It obviously attracts a lot of public
But anyway,
attention.
so the thing for me, it's not so much the weight loss, which is great. It was the fact that I'm very, very healthy now.
And let me tell you something, brother. I love you, and you look amazing.
Lesbian.
But he does. He looks so svelte. But your tits,
Leather.
your tits are a bit smaller than they used to be.
I know, because I'm trying to be slimmer.
He looks amazing. Listen, respect to him.
Anyway,
Anarchist question. Anarchist Ant, I've got the first question for you.
Shit, I should have read them first.
We've had a lot of questions come in because we've gained a lot of traction on this. What we're doing is building.
Oh yeah.
Anarchist Dan, I have been in a monogamous relationship.
In a what?
A monogamous.
Oh yes, I know what that means.
I've been in a monogamous relationship
Yeah.
with my boyfriend for 2 years, or so I thought. He was moving a shower and he left his phone on the bed when I heard the sound of the grinder message. How do we get that message?
Yeah, Joel's got grinder.
Joel doesn't do grinder, don't be stupid.
Are you barred though? You got barred though, didn't you?
I got barred. Yeah.
Your
Showing
fetish,
his
your fetish
unicorn.
was too extreme, wasn't it, Joel?
No, he was showing his unicorn.
What's that?
Well, I'd rather not say.
Anarchist Dan, I've been in a monogamous relationship with my boyfriend for 2
So
years.
you're asking me a what? Question.
I've been in a monogamous relationship with my boyfriend for 2 years, or so I thought. He was moving a shower and he left his phone on the bed when I heard the sound of a grinder message. Now, before I move on to the question,
Yeah.
I want to ask the person, this is Melanie from Sussex who sent this. Melanie, can I ask you a question? How do you know what the sound of a grinder message actually is and why? Anyway, moving on. I looked and it said, "Thanks for last night, big boy, and you was the best. What should I do?"
It's a pity he wasn't in the bath, because what do we always say every week? If he's in the bath, whilst he's in the bath, he took an electric fire in. And you go, do you know what?
Again!
Good fucking riddance. Good riddance. But you know what? The thing is that let's take the higher ground. Just dump him. Dump him and say, do you know what? Oh, I'm going to tell you this is right. Okay. If you ever want to split up with a guy, this is what you say to them. This is perfect. I'm up here. Thank you, Joel, for that. You can't. Anyway.
Excuse me.
You say to a guy, I'm splitting up with you because your cock is too big.
Excuse me, cock is also
Let me finish. Because your cock is too big. What the hell is he going to say? No, it's not. Of course he's going to say. That's how you split up with him. Get rid of him. Do you know what? How old is he? How old is she? They, sorry, because she's non-binary.
She didn't say. She said that she's been in a monogamous relationship with a boyfriend for 2 years.
Yeah.
And he was having a shower and he left his phone on the bed and she had the sound
Okay.
of a grinder message.
Right, Bab.
She looked and it said,
I'm getting all Birmingham on you now, Bab. If you're young, you know what I mean? You can get some mileage out of it. No. If you're young, get out of it. Go. If you're older, just hold on. You know what? You ain't going to get fucking anything else. You know what I mean? If you're my age, 29, shut it. If you get rid.
Well, there you go. I hope in some way that has been helpful to you in your relationship.
Oh, electrocute him in the bath, but he was in the shower, so I don't
You
know how
always
do it.
got to electrocute people in the bath.
Yeah,
I
because-
swear to God, I'm looking.
Do you know why?
If I'm ever having a bath, right?
Do you know why?
Go on.
Because my mum years ago worked for the Yorkshire Electricity Board. That's why.
Right,
So I'm
that,
just
that
supporting
makes
who she worked
absolute
for.
sense, Chris. I swear to God, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Anarchist and done.
Question?
I've always been a top in bed
Huh.
in our relationship, but now my boyfriend wants to swap roles.
Yeah.
The problem is, he's hung like a. The problem is, he's hung like a horse, and I don't think I can take it. What should I do?
Poppers. Right, and I'm going to tell you who told me this. No. I'm going to take this is very serious. Because there's people out here who need to know this answer. This is very serious. Thank you. Okay, I was speaking to Joel the other day, right?
Okay.
He said to me he had a sniff of poppers.
Right. Did
And-
it?
Lynn, can you just cover your ears just for a minute?
Mum, please call
Lynn,
me.
and Marguerite, if you're listening as well, cover your ears for a minute, right? So Joel turned around to me, he says, do you know what? I had a sniff of poppers. He says, and my ass was like a fucking wizard sleeve afterwards. Sorry. So, poppers is the answer. Right? Poppers is the answer.
I'm just going to pan the camera down in a second.
You can pan it everywhere you want because, you know. But anyway, listen, there's nothing wrong. If you're very popular in chariots, if you're very, very popular on Grindr and Recon and all that, be thankful. Poppers is the answer.
So,
Not as popular as you are in Pleasure Drone, my love.
Yeah, and? Are you jealous?
Yes.
Yeah? Just because I'm not in the corner by myself. Sorry, Lynn, cover your eyes. Just because I'm not in the corner by myself in Pleasure Don't Play with myself because nobody else will have me. Ha! The Phantom of the Opera is here. inside my mind. Hang on. You watching?
So I hope
Anyway, poppers.
I hope that's been helpful in some way. I hope that poppers can help your.
Oh, but if you can't get older poppers, I'm not joking now. What's the sauce?
Why?
Got to think of something.
What's the sauce?
Worcestershire sauce. I'm just saying it might be. What's that thing called when you have something it doesn't work, but it does work? If you see what I mean. What's it called?
Placebo.
That's. See, look, see.
Placebo.
You fucking old slag. You know all these.
Excuse me.
Sorry. You know all these things, don't you?
Chris, I want to say, man.
Oh, I know this.
We're going to go blank for 2 seconds. Can you just make the viewers aware?
We're gonna
go blank for 2 seconds, folks.
2 seconds. Stay with us. Can they hear us? Yes, we're back.
So this American geezer hit the nail upon the head. He said the American government were taking aliens to bed.
Oh, I've done that before.
And are the Beatles reforming? Are the Rolling Stones alive? You know, Dylan never should have gone electric in 65. Men walked on the moon.
Conspiracy theory.
And we all went to bed.
Oh, we certainly did, didn't we, Joel?
Cause this American geezer hit the nail upon the head. Hip back, dip back, acting trippy. Cocaine talking in the city. Come on. Year 2000 to 63. Something happened in between. Jesus came and looked around. What goes up must come down. Nostradamus named the day. We waited, it came, it went away. Men walked on the moon. And we all went to bed. This American geezer hit the nail upon the head. Sexy Sadie had a mental breakdown.
I've had a couple.
And Buddha's in his twilight years.
True.
Did he play a number? Or fool the jury? Or blame it all on Billy Shears?
Oh, I met her before.
And we all played the grooves. And Billy Shears was dead. This American geezer hit the nail upon the head. Why? Hip back, dip back, acting trippy, cocaine talking in the city. Year 2000 to 63. Something might happen in between. Jesus came and looked around. What goes up must come down. Nostradamus named the day. We waited, it came, it went away. Man walked on the moon. And we all went to bed. This American geezer hit the nail upon the head.
You sure did.
Now, talking about American geezers, I'd like to talk about free speech.
Sorry? You'd like to talk about?
Free speech.
Is there such a thing?
I don't know, Chrissy. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
get ready for a debate.
Should we have a mass debate?
Let's have a mass debate. Now, we invite your comments on this idea of a mass debate.
Can I just say my little bit first?
Please do.
Okay, people always go on about free speech. I personally don't think there's such a thing.
Really?
Yes, because
Interesting concept.
right. If there's consequences to what you say. So if you say things, there can be consequences to what you say. So this free speech is a myth. Free speech is a myth. If I turn around, if you're on the television and you go, do you know what, you're a cunt, right?
Which I am.
You're gonna get pulled off. Oh, if you say, do you know that MP over there? He was shagging like prostitutes, and it wasn't true. You'll get done for it. So what I'm saying to you is the notion of free speech, for me, is a myth.
Is it really? Well, here's the thing about free speech. Now, I'm an advocate for free speech, Chrissy.
You're a what?
I'm an advocate for free speech because, obviously, because I have...
Yes, and so am I.
I appear to be a strongly opinionated individual.
Oh, really? You're
some
very shy
people-
and retiring.
I am shy and retiring, and I have a strong opinion on certain things. But with regards to free speech, here's the thing. What is free speech? What's the cut-off point for free speech?
There you go.
What's the cut-off point? I'm asking you a question.
Free speech minus blah, blah, blah equals what?
Chrissy, be more...
Right, okay. Free speech minus cut-off point equals what you can actually say. So what I'm saying to you is no such thing as free speech, but we can strive towards free speech. Otherwise, what you turn around and you say is as long as you're not inciting physical harm to somebody,
Right.
that's one criteria.
Right.
But also, there's a lot of people say, well, some people get hurt by what they've said. Well, do you know what? This is a really tough world we're living in, and sometimes you have to have the hard debate to get somewhere. Meaning, gays, we've had it. Oh, it's unnatural. It's this. It's that. That. You know, we've had our feelings hurt, but that's part of debate. So and you have to have it.
So as part of that debate, can I ask you a question?
Question.
Should Tommy Robinson, Joel, have you got a reference of Tommy Robinson there? Let me just picture of this individual.
Should
Is Tommy Stephen Yaxley?
Oh, okay.
There he is.
Should he what?
There he is. There
Should he what?
God bless him. Look at him. He's so handsome in it. Look at his little face there. Look at his little face. His little face.
Should he what?
Should he